2020 జేఈఈ మెయిన్ ఫలితాలలో ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ విద్యార్థుల ప్రభంజనం. ఆల్ ఇండియా అన్ని కేటగిరీస్లు 18, 35, 251, 253, 582, 606, 778, 780, 812, 821, 1031, 1039, 1303, 1575, 1654, 1753, 1754, 1978 ర్యాంకులే కాక మరెన్నో ఉత్తమ ఫలితాలు సాధించిన విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్. ఈ ఫలితాలు సాధించడానికి కారణమైన లెక్చరర్లు మరియు తల్లిదండ్రులకు మా కృతజ్ఞతలు. ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్.
So now we are discussing about projectile motion. So applications of projectile motion we are discussing. Now in that, let's do. So we already discussed what is average velocity of the particle during time of ascent. What is average velocity during time of ascent? We calculated average velocity during time of ascent. So what's the formula we got? I think it is u cos u by 2 into square root of 3 cos square theta plus 1. I think it is u by 2 into square root of 3 cos square theta plus 1. So that is average velocity during time of ascent. Next we can calculate what is the average velocity during time of flight. Average velocity during time of flight. So time of flight in the sense, see here body projected with velocity u at an angle theta to the horizontal. Now the body moves like this. So during time of flight, that means this is the starting point and this is the ending point. What is the average velocity during from this position to this position? So average velocity. How can we calculate? See here, during time of flights, what is the displacement of the body? During time of flight, what is the displacement of the body? Displacement can be written as displacement during time of flight. How can you calculate displacement? So displacement is nothing but only range, because along vertical direction the body doesn't have any vertical displacement. The body doesn't have any vertical displacement. The body having only horizontal displacement during time of flight, because see here, this is the starting point and this is the ending point. From starting point to ending point, so vertical displacement travelled by the body must be equal to 0. Vertical displacement travelled by the body must be equal to 0. So that means the body travels only horizontal distance. So that is r. So we during time of flight, V average can be written as total displacement divided by total time. During time of flight, what we can write? Total displacement divided by total time. What is the total displacement? Nothing but range divided by time of flight. So therefore V average can be written as, so range, what is the range formula? Range formula u square sin 2 theta by g, u square sin 2 theta by g divided by time of flight formula 2u sin theta by g. G gets cancelled. So V average can be written as u square sin 2 theta can be written as 2 sin theta cos theta divided by 2u sin theta. Sin theta cancel, 2 cancel, 1 u cancel. So what is the remaining value? That is u cos theta. So this is average velocity during time of flight. Average velocity during time of flight. So during time of flight, average velocity means what we can write, total displacement by total time. What is the total displacement? Nothing but range. Total time is nothing but time of flight. Time is nothing but time of flight. So that is change in average velocity is equals to u cos theta in case of time of flight. Next, next condition, let us say here the body projected with velocity u, the position of the path followed by the body is like this, parabolic path. The path followed by the body is parabola. Now in this situation, along horizontal, let us say it is theta, along horizontal direction it is u cos theta, along vertical direction it is u sin theta. Along horizontal direction it is u cos theta, along vertical direction it is u sin theta. What is the change in velocity we have to calculate? So we have two directions, along horizontal as well as along vertical. We have two directions of motion, horizontal motion as well as vertical motion. Along horizontal what happens, along vertical what happens. So along horizontal direction, see here, along a horizontal direction what happens means, along horizontal direction. So first we have to calculate change in velocity along horizontal direction. Change in velocity along horizontal. So initially at the start of the motion, what is the direction of motion of the body? Towards positive x-axis. At the end of the motion, on reaching this position also, what is the horizontal direction of velocity? Positive x-axis only. Whatever it may be the position of the body, the horizontal component of velocity does not changes. That means the magnitude of u cos theta does not changes. Magnitude of u cos theta does not changes, and the direction of u cos theta also does not changes. Direction of u cos theta also does not changes. So that means in each and every situation, so v initial is equals to u cos theta and v final also is equals to u cos theta. Initial velocity is u cos theta and final velocity also u cos theta. There is no change in the velocity. So that means vi and vf are in the same direction. That is important here. vi and vf are in the same direction. Here starting at the starting point, initial velocity is towards positive x-axis. Finally along horizontal direction the velocity is along positive x-axis. So that means vi and vf must be along the same direction, here. Change in velocity means delta v bar can be written as, always we must write vf bar minus vi bar. So how can you calculate magnitude of delta v bar? So that is equals to vf square plus vi square minus 2 vf vi cos theta. We already discussed about this change in velocity concept. So delta v bar is equals to square root of vf square plus vi square minus 2 vf vi cos theta, minus 2 vf vi cos theta. Here if theta equals to 0, so because vi and vf are in the same direction, both must be in the same direction. So therefore delta v bar is equals to theta value is 0, same direction means theta 0. So this can be written as vf minus vi. Magnitude of change in velocity is equals to vf minus vi. So what is vf here? U cos theta Vi also u cos theta, so that is equals to 0. So change in velocity along the horizontal direction must be equal to 0. Change in velocity along the horizontal direction must be equal to 0. Next, along vertical direction. Along vertical direction. What happens along vertical direction? Change in velocity. How can you calculate the change in velocity along vertical direction? So at the upward direction, initial velocity is u sin theta. Again, on reaching the ground, the velocity is u sin theta. The speed is u sin theta only. Already in motion in straight line, we discussed about with what velocity the body is projected upwards. The body reaches to the ground with same speed. Speed of projection must be equal to speed on reaching the ground. When the situation is happened in absence of the air resistance, with what velocity we can project the body upwards, the body reaches to the ground with same speed, not velocity, because upward velocity, downward velocity both are opposite, but speed is a scalar. So that's why I am mentioning same speed, magnitude must be same. Whatever is the magnitude of the velocity project, with same magnitude it reaches to the ground. So at the point of projection, what is the vertical velocity here? U sin theta. At the point of projection, vertical velocity is u sin theta. While moving downwards also, the speed must be same, u sin theta and u sin theta. So this is Vi. Let us say along vertical direction. It is Vf. Let us say along vertical direction. So initial velocity, final velocity. Vi is equals to u sin theta and Vf equals to also u sin theta. Vi is u sin theta, Vf is also u sin theta. Here Vi and Vf are in opposite direction. Vi and Vf are in opposite direction, because initially it is moving upwards, finally it is moving downwards. So Vi and Vf are in opposite direction. Now, so next, so angle between theta is equals to 180. So here are in the same direction, therefore theta equals to 0 here, theta equals to 180. So change in velocity delta V bar, finally what we can write according to vector subtraction, Vf bar minus Vi bar. So delta V bar can be written as under root Vf square plus Vi square minus 2 Vf Vi cos theta. Theta is 180, cos 180 is plus 1. So we can write it as simply Vf plus Vi. 180 minus 1, minus of minus plus, that becomes Vf plus Vi. So that means u sin theta plus u sin theta. So that is u sin theta plus u sin theta. How much it is? 2u sin theta. So magnitude of velocity can be written as 2u sin theta along vertical direction. So that means along a horizontal direction, change in velocity must be 0, but along vertical direction the change in velocity is 2u sin theta. Along vertical direction the change in velocity is 2u sin theta. So this is the situation, change in velocities. Next application. So everything, whatever are the conditions we calculated in motion in straight line, all the concepts must be applicable here. All the concepts applicable. Here, next, velocity of the projectile at half of its maximum height. Velocity of the projectile at half of its maximum height. Half of its maximum height. How can we calculate that? So here, this is the body projected like this. This is the velocity u at an angle theta. So this is the maximum height. So at half of the maximum height, let us say at this position, what is the velocity at this position? What is the velocity at that position? How can we calculate that? That is important. How can we calculate that? See here. Now, along horizontal direction, u cos theta value never be changes. U cos theta never be changes. So only along vertical direction only we can calculate. So final velocity vector, velocity at half of maximum height, v bar can be written as, let us say here vxi plus vyj. General velocity at half of the maximum height. General I am considered as vxi plus vyj. So here vx, x component of velocity always u cos theta, its value never be changes. Then vy we have to calculate. How can we calculate vy? So along vertical direction. So what is the initial velocity? Along vertical direction, what is initial velocity? Uy is equals to u sin theta. Initial velocity along vertical direction it is u sin theta. Horizontal direction it is u cos theta. So acceleration is equals to minus g. Acceleration of the body is equals to minus g. And distance travelled is half of the maximum height, h maximum by 2, because half of its maximum height, and we have to calculate vy. So from equation v square minus u square, vy square minus vu square equals to 2as, vy square minus 2. So vy square is equals to uy square minus 2as. What is the value of uy? U sin theta whole square minus 2, a is minus, sorry, it is actually plus not minus. So it is plus 2, a is minus g, s is h maximum by 2, 2 gets cancelled, u square sin square theta minus gh, minus g into maximum height formula, u square sin square theta by 2g. Maximum height formula is u square sin square theta by 2g. Here gg gets cancelled, then vy square is equals to u square sin square theta minus u square sin square theta by 2. So 2 that becomes, this is u square sin square theta by 2. So from this vy is equals to u sin theta by root 2. So vy is equals to u sin theta by root 2. Vy is equals to u sin theta by root 2. So this is the vertical component of velocity at half of its maximum height. Vertical component of velocity at half of its maximum height. Horizontal component of velocity always remains constant. So but vertical component of velocity changes. How it changes means vy is equals to u sin theta by root 2. Then v bar can be written as vxi. So that is u cos theta I cap plus vy. So that is u sin theta by root 2 j cap. U cos theta I plus u sin theta by root 2 j cap. So that is the situation. So this is the velocity of the projectile at half of its maximum height. So based on this we can calculate velocity at any position. So u cos theta value does not changes, u sin theta if half of the maximum height. If you want to calculate 3/4 of the maximum height or 1/4 of the maximum height at any position, we can calculate this. Now, so here, what is the magnitude of velocity here? Magnitude of velocity can be written as square root of u cos theta whole square plus u sin theta by root 2 whole square. U cos theta whole square plus u sin theta by root 2 whole square. So, this becomes u square cos square theta plus u square sin square theta by 2, that is equals to 2 u square cos square theta plus u square sin square theta by 2. So, this becomes, we can write it as u square cos square theta plus u square cos square theta plus u square sin square theta. For our convenience, this, that is u square cos square theta plus, here u square common, cos square theta plus sin square theta divided by 2. In this, here it is 2 u square cos square theta, it can be written as u square cos square theta plus u square cos square theta, that is 2 u square cos square theta, that only. So, that is equals to under root u square cos square theta plus cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So, from this can also be written as u square common 1 plus cos square theta by 2. So, this is the magnitude of velocity at half of its maximum height. Magnitude of velocity at half of its maximum height, that is u square into 1 plus cos square theta by 2, u square into 1 plus cos square theta by 2. Actually, vector form is v bar is equals to u cos theta I plus u sin theta by root 2 j, u cos theta I plus u sin theta by root 2 j, that is the situation. Now, next, next condition. Let us say this is the velocity vector u bar, initial velocity vector, that is theta, makes an angle. So, initial velocity vector can be written as u bar is equals to u cos theta I plus u sin theta j. U bar can be written as u cos theta I plus u sin theta j. Next, after certain time, let us say the final velocity vector, let us say this is the direction of final velocity vector v bar. Let us say v bar is equals to, already we derived the expression for this final velocity vector. What is that? U cos theta I plus u sin theta minus gt j cap. We already calculated this, remember that, already calculated u cos theta I plus u sin theta minus gt j, u cos theta I plus u cos theta minus gt j. This is the initial velocity vector and this is the final velocity vector. Here the question is, after what interval of time, initial velocity vector, initial and final velocity vectors, in initial and final velocity vectors are perpendicular to each other, So, this is the question. After what interval of time initial and final velocity vectors are perpendicular to each other. So, that means If two vectors are mutually perpendicular, that means if two vectors are perpendicular to each other, what happens? What is the quantity becomes 0? That product of those two vectors must be 0. So that means here u bar and v bar are perpendicular, that is the condition, are perpendicular to each other. U bar and v bar are perpendicular to each other. If two vectors are perpendicular to each other, the dot product must be equal to 0. That means here u bar dot v bar must be equal to 0. U bar dot v bar must be equal to 0. So u bar can be written as u cos theta I plus u sin theta j dot v bar is u cos theta I plus u sin theta minus gt j equals to 0, because u bar and v bar are two vectors, initial velocity vector and final velocity vector. If these two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product must be equal to 0, that is why this is dot product. Now here we have to multiply the I components, next j components only. What is I component here? U cos theta. While doing the dot product or scalar product, we must multiply I components plus j components plus k components. Here we have only I and j. Here we have only I and j components. U cos theta into here also u cos theta I component plus j component. Here it is u sin theta into u sin theta minus gt equal to 0. U sin theta into minus u sin theta minus gt. So next u cos theta into u cos theta, we can write it as u square cos square theta plus u cos theta and u cos theta is u square cos square theta. This is u square sin square theta minus u sin theta into gt equal to 0. Multiply with u sin theta into u sin theta, u square sin square theta minus u sin theta into gt, u sin theta into gt. So here u square cos square theta plus u square sin square theta, u square common, cos square theta plus sin square theta is equals to minus comes to this side, u sin theta into gt. So that is u square is equals to u sin theta into gt. One u gets cancelled, u is equals to sin theta into gt. So from this t can be written as u by g sin theta. So after the time interval of t is equals to u by g sin theta, after time interval of t is equals to u by g sin theta, the initial velocity vector and final velocity vector are mutually perpendicular. After what interval of time? So here t is equals to u by g sin theta. So what we are doing? Initial velocity vector, this one, final, we already derived the expression for this final velocity vector. So these two are perpendicular, that means the dot product must be equal to 0. Just we did the dot product. What we got? T is equals to u by g sin theta. So this is the time and this is one concept. So after this time, what is the velocity of the body? After this time, what is the velocity? So that also we have to calculate. Here after the time interval of t is equals to u by g sin theta, what is the velocity? V is equals to how much? Final velocity. See here it is theta and here the angle is 90. It is also 90. Next here let us say this is the direction of V bar. This V can be divided into two components. So this is theta here, and it is, so this is V bar, this is the direction of V bar, this is V. Here this V bar makes an angle theta here, this becomes V cos theta, sorry. Again we can draw this. So this is the this is the velocity vector V bar. It makes an angle theta here. V can be divided into two components. One is V cos theta, another one is V sin theta. So this is V cos theta and this is V sin theta. Because with what angle it makes an angle theta, with what axis it makes an angle theta, that component is cos theta, another component is sin theta. So along a horizontal direction, the component of final velocity is equals to V sin theta. See here, along a horizontal direction, the component of final velocity is equals to V sin theta. But the concept is here, but along a horizontal direction, u cos theta always remains constant. This value never be changes. Here this is the initial velocity vector u bar and this is the final velocity vector. Here I am resolving velocity into two components, one is V cos theta, another one is V sin theta. But along a horizontal direction, u cos theta always remains constant. So that is why, therefore, here horizontal direction, what is the velocity? V sin theta, but it must be equal to u cos theta. Along horizontal direction, the component of final velocity is V sin theta, but along horizontal direction, what is the velocity? U cos theta always remains constant. Therefore, V is equals to u cos theta by sin theta. Therefore, V is equals to u cot theta. V is equals to u cot theta. So, velocity of the body after time t seconds. What is t? The initial velocity vector and final velocity vector are mutually perpendicular after that time interval. What is that final velocity? V is equals to how much? U cot theta. Final velocity V is equals to u cot theta. So, this is a condition. This is one application.
ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.